Introduce you to Ace. Ace, let's get money. Cashflow.
Hey, what's going on? This is Andika Powell, also known as Ace Cash, the certified public accountant, and this is episode 3 of Cashflow. This episode, we're going to talk about staying in your lane, making sure that whatever businesses that you're in, they all work together. All right? It's very important. You don't want to be all over the place when you talk about your income streams. You want to stay focused so you can dominate your market. Listen to me, you want to dominate. All right? I also have my special guest, Marshawn, entrepreneur for 3 years, Michigan State grad, doing his thing in the city of Detroit and soon to be worldwide. All right? Now, let's get into cash tips. All right? So, my cash tip this week. If you're an entrepreneur, or even before you start to be an entrepreneur, go and open up a business account. You can go to any bank, any credit union, and probably open up a business account. Now, what are you going to need? Well, specifically in Michigan, you got to have an EIN number from the IRS, and you have to figure out, or you have to fill out an article of organization or article of corporation with your state. All right? So, get with an accounting professional or somebody who understands how to start a business to do that. But once you have gotten all that information, open up a separate business account so that you can keep all of your finances separated. This is going to be huge when we're talking about quarterly tax payments, sales tax payments, or if you start payroll, that as well, paying your employees. You don't want to be paying your employees out of your personal account. All right, guys? So get with a finance professional or an accounting professional and make sure that you got everything separated so that you can take care of your business and know what you got coming in and know what you got going out so you can grow the business. All right.
The
idea of starting a new business is exciting, but one will have to go through lots of obstacles before it turns into reality. Financial decisions made on the early stages of forming the business will dictate whether the venture will succeed or fail. But with Pettis, we'll help your business maximizing profits while minimizing your tax burden. We'll help you weigh the pros and cons of each financial decision you will take. We'll also form your business and set you up with free accounting software to help you keep track of your income and expenses. Don't risk making a mistake. Contact Pettis LLC, your full-service accounting firm in Detroit, for practical advice that will help you make the best decisions for your new business.
All right. Welcome back, guys. So I got my special guest, Marshawn Pettis. Again, he's been an entrepreneur for 3 years, but I'm going to let him tell you about himself. So, Marshawn, can you tell us about your path to entrepreneurship?
Yeah, absolutely. So, it started when I was younger. I always knew that I was going to probably own something or be a part of something. When I started off as a kid, my mother, she did hair, so she always had the entrepreneurship mindset, and that's where I kind of gathered from her. She made, the more clients she have, the more money she makes, right? Whenever she don't do hair, she don't make no money. So looking at it that way, I thought that was better as opposed to someone like my father who was going to work for his money. He had to work the hours and stuff, same concept, but he didn't have control over how much he was making, right? The company was giving him the money, or giving him what
unlimited potential.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So that's what I was looking for, the unlimited potential. And started off with drawing pictures and selling it to some of her clients. And it's like, okay, well, I could do this or whatnot. By the time I got to college, I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do. I picked the first major. Now I'm an accountant. How ironic is that? But anyway, got to college. And it's like, all right, well, that's when I first, was working and stuff with some of the cafes and stuff. I hated those jobs, man. Every last one of them. The only job I really liked was tutoring because I had full control over my time. I could go tutor whenever I wanted to tutor. I had a certain amount of clients and stuff that I see all the time throughout school. So that kind of helped me as well. When I got to corporate America, that's when I already knew, like, yep, I'm not about to be doing this long term. So every job I had, I went there with a goal. I'm coming here just so I could learn what I need to do. I need to know what I need to know from you. What can you teach me while I'm working here, right? That I can use and take out in the real world on my own, right? So I started off at the credit union. I was doing balancing ATMs and stuff and handling Okay. Sorry. So,
It's all right, man. Keep going.
yeah, so started at the credit union where I was basically managing people, were managing their books and stuff, and we had to handle all of the complex issues that came about with the GLs being off the general ledgers. So everything being out of balance and stuff, me having to figure that out, that helped me with the whole bookkeeping piece. Like, okay, now I see from an overall view outside the classroom, this is how actual accounting works. And then I went to a place called Hands Group where I learned the tax part. And it was so much to learn in tax that, you know, they threw everything out at you there. The cool part about that company is there was a lot of big clients. So a lot of these clients had a lot of money, pretty much, you know. And me looking at those returns and seeing, oh wow, well, everyone that I see that makes over $300K a year, makes over $500K a year, they all own property. So I knew I had to go into the properties. I knew I had to get that, you know, under my belt and whatnot. So from there, I was like, okay, well, I know enough. I know more than most people that's doing it themselves. So it's time. And that's when I quit and started my own company.
All right, that's great. And I love how you talked about, like, you hit three key things. Number one was the unlimited potential with entrepreneurship, right? The other thing was control of your time, right? Mm-hmm. At work, it seems like they give you 40 hours, right? Or they may try to get you to work overtime. But you got to control your time and spend time on stuff that made you more money once you became an entrepreneur, which is great. The other thing that I loved was going to work to learn. I kind of touched on this in episode 1, and that's huge. You have to think about opportunities, even if you're working for free, as an opportunity to learn the business. Like if you got an offer from Puff Daddy today or Oprah today to do an internship and it paid you $0, think about the potential there. Who you're gonna meet and the things you're gonna learn from people who already are close to being billionaires or are billionaires already. But that being said, now that you're an entrepreneur, what types of businesses are you involved in, and kind of why are you involved in those businesses?
Okay, absolutely. So the first business is accounting, right? And I'm involved in accounting because that's what I was exposed to. That's what that's what I took up in college. That's what I kind of, my first job was in accounting, and every job after that has something to do with accounting, different parts of accounting. So that's what made me go into accounting. Like, well, I'm good at it. It's something I can do. I know more than most. People will pay me for what I know. So that's where accounting came from. Then you got the real estate part. As I kind of touched on it before, I saw a lot of clients. Everyone that had a lot of money had real estate. So I went into real estate. The cool thing that I didn't really notice going in was with real estate, it's not much you have to do.
Right.
Once you already acquire the properties and stuff, the money will just come in. Like you get the checks in the mail, or direct deposit in your account. And it's so cool nowadays that you have Cash App, you have PayPal. I accept it all. You can Venmo me, and you get that monthly rent. You can pay someone else to do the lead work. To if someone stopped paying or anything like that, you can just pay someone else to do that out of the money that is paying you. So
awesome.
I didn't have to touch it after I developed that. Another thing I do, I have an online store called lifted.com with 2 D's, so look for it, where I do drop shipping. Right now, that's pretty cool as well because I don't have to go out anywhere to do it. While I'm in my office and I'm working on accounting stuff, I can manage that stuff too. I get an email every time someone purchases something online, and I can fulfill the orders and do everything right from my computer. I don't have to go anywhere.
Okay.
So those are like the 3 biggest that I'm involved with, and then I just start opening up different partnerships with different people that's trying to learn what I'm doing and get them started. If they do well, we all do well.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I operate.
Yeah. I mean, I love that you talked about partnerships. I think that a lot of new entrepreneurs feel like they got to do it on your own. I have a team that kind of helps me with my marketing. I work with Marshawn. It's good to get that perspective from other people, also take advantage of people's skills. And I think that, the big thing is just making sure that you can leverage your time, leverage your money, so that you can do more. Because really, all it really comes down to is servicing the client, right? He went to school, he learned that accounting I can get paid for it. Understand the market, and the money's gonna come. Now, those are my little tidbits, right? But Marshawn, what do you feel are 3 things that new entrepreneurs should know or focus on when they get started?
Well, first thing first, you have to just start, just do it, and that sound like, oh, well, that's not really telling me anything, but that's telling you a whole lot. The majority of these people that come in my office saying how they want to start this, want to start that, they all believe that, oh, I got to come up with a full business plan, I got to come up with all of this stuff. No, do your article organization, like you said, get your bank account opened up, get the business started, right? And then focus on bringing in clients. From there, the second tip is you want to make sure that you're not overly spending. Like, a lot of people, they take their business and treat their businesses like it's their kids, right? And when they do that, they say, okay, this is my kid, so I got to make sure I supply my kid with all the best stuff. And you constantly spending money. You're not counting how much you're spending. It's your kid. You feel like it's your responsibility. A business is not. A business is a separate person. Treat that business like a stranger. Like, if I gave my business money, I need that back with interest.
Exactly.
Period. You know what I mean? So if you can do that, I'm telling you, everything is going to change. Because every little thing you don't really need right away. Oh, I got to get this. I got to get my domain. When we first started our partnership, our first client paid us before we even had the account open.
Yes,
right?
That's true.
So we got our check before we did anything. Before we had an office or anything. We went out, we secured the bag, and, we brung it in. That's what we did. Secure the bag, Number 3, so those are 2 big ones. Number 3, I would say, a lot of people don't know exactly what they should go into, right? I would say focus on what you're good at already. Everyone has a talent, and everything you can get paid from. Every little thing. I don't care if it's, I could just cut some grass. You can make that a business. Everything can be a business. If you're just good at doing a resume, you know how much people will pay for resumes. You know what I mean? You can find you gotta find your niche, first and foremost, and then you gotta find who got your money. Go look for the clients. Those are the 3 biggest things that I have, that I think will help.
Awesome, man. That's awesome. So kind of give people encouragement and keep them on that path. Kind of what goals have you set for yourself over the next 12 months, 5 years, and even 20 years from now?
12 months, 5 years, 20 years. Next 12 months, I'm hitting $1 million. Period. There's no, I already know I'm going to do it. It's going to be so easy to do so, right? And I feel like by having that mindset,
right,
that's what makes it easy, because you believe it's easy. Over the next 12 months, I've got to have, next 5, I'm going to have different locations for Petters LLC. I want to have more partnerships. And when I say different locations, I got to have 6 different locations in the next 5 years. And 2 of them are going to be out of state. It's going to be one in Houston. It's going to be one in Atlanta.
Awesome.
Right? Next 20 years, I'm going to be retired somewhere and just counting my money. I'm not really going to be trying to start anything new. My goal is to manage the things that I do have and just help them grow and help other people do the same thing. So I can see myself in the next 20 years just doing seminars and just talking, sharing my experience with people, trying to help them get to the same level that I've reached throughout my life.
Awesome, man. I want to thank Marshawn for coming on. I know you're a busy man. I know you got a lot to do. What I encourage people to do is, after you subscribe to my channel, I want you to go in the comments and put down where you think you're going to be in the next 12 months or 5 years, or what your goals are for the next 20 years. And, our team will definitely look at those and respond to you what we think and give you like some free consultation on that. Again, thanks a lot, Marshawn, for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you, man. And, all right, that's our main segment. Let's go. All right, what's going on? I'm going to get to, one of my favorite segments, the celebrity and sellout. So last week we talked about 50 Cent. Powell's coming back on. 50, he killed it in the music game in the early 2000s. Also got a 9-figure deal with Coca-Cola after he sold vitamin water. And so these are things that, I think that people should look at in order to kind of get an idea of how you can generate cash flow. And another thing is staying in your lane and understanding the business that you're in and how you can take that and build other streams of income, residual income, or even income from work or business income. But now, we're going to talk about somebody, and I was thinking about, if I was a rapper, what girl I would be going after, right? Like, I see these rappers talking to these Kardashians, I see these rappers talking to, these singers, but I mean, one girl who stands out to me, a woman that stands out to me is Rihanna. I think that a lot of people overlook what she's doing in the game, and despite the controversy with Chris Brown, she's been able to sell over 35 million records worldwide. She has a net worth close to 250 million, and she's 7 years younger than Beyonce. So, like, the potential that she has is humongous, and I think that she like, by the time she hit Oprah age, she might be sitting on a few B's. But I also so her streams of income include perfumes, fragrance. She's a part owner with Tidal. That Jay-Z was a mentor to her for a while. Probably still is. She also has a stylist agency. She in 2017 she started a company, Fenty Beauty, which did like $10 million in its first day. And she also she also has endorsements with Puma. I think that and so that's 5 things on top of the music and the entertainment that she's doing to bring income in. And I feel like there really is not more than a 3-month period where Rihanna don't make a hit. Like, I feel like you can't go a quarter without Rihanna dropping something hot. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you got Umbrella, Don't Stop the Music, Rude Boy, Only Girl, Stay. Now she got Lemon. And then, like, she also aligns herself with great artists like Eminem, Calvin Harris, DJ Khaled, like, to kind of keep going. And so, back to what we were talking about, man, as far as staying in your lane or, get those partnerships, I mean, it's a collaborative effort. You're not going to really grow as an entrepreneur without collaborating. If you're not collaborating with people on the, as far as people that you work with, you got to collaborate with your clients. Your clients need you to be a part of whatever that you're offering so that they know. Any feedback from you, Marshawn?
First and foremost, wow. I didn't know everything about Rihanna like that, but I always enjoyed her, watching her and the music and everything. But just to piggyback off of that, like, she has so much going on, right?
Right.
And everything that you said is like 100% true. Like, with the partnerships, you don't want to surround yourself with just anybody. These people have to either be on the same level or doing better than you.
Yes.
If you feel like you're the if everyone looking to you for everything, like, I'm pretty sure none of these people, they probably did, but a lot of people she probably did songs with wasn't like the people in her email or hitting her up all the time, like, hey, just put me on, whatever, trying to get on. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I think that's what makes a difference, right? And that's what make you be able to keep generating that income, and it becomes a lot easier after a while. Once you go higher up, it's a little easier. You got your name and stuff out there. All you gotta do is
building a brand.
Yep, build your brand. So that's one big thing. Build your brand, period.
Awesome. Period. All right, guys. So you leaving your comments whether you think Rihanna is a celebrity or a sellout. We'll discuss it next week. I think that, yeah, man, I think she coming for you. I know the Beehive gonna kill me, but I think she coming for Beyonce, man, when it comes to that bank. All right, I want to thank Marshawn for coming on the show today. If you're interested at all at being on the Cashflow show, just DM me or you can email me at ahpowell@gmail.com. All right, so now we're going to get into some of y'all favorite segment, Secure the Bag. All right, so this week I want you guys to think about how to make sure that you're protected from identity theft. A lot of credit card companies and banks already do a lot of security. So if they see any fraudulent, transactions, they'll give you a call. But also there's other things that are available out there. LifeLock is great. I became a member recently. I also got $1 million of ID theft insurance. So this is a real way to secure everything, because once your identity is stolen, it's a big hassle. I have a lot of clients who've had their identity stolen in regards to the IRS, and it's a headache. You got to get a letter from the IRS, they assign you a PIN number, and if you do not keep that PIN number, then you cannot electronically file any of your tax returns. So I think it's a good investment to get with a financial professional and see what type of ID theft account or service you can use in order to keep your bag safe. All right, so secure the bag. Thanks a lot.
What's the deal? My name Darius Baird from Revere Estates, and I'm a real estate investor. We provide move-in ready homes, and we provide a service to our investors that's looking to rehab abandoned homes. For more information, contact us at 313-405-5443, or just check us out on Instagram at Darius.Revere, and we live on Social Pain TV, baby.
All right, guys, thanks again for tuning in to episode 3. Remember, we're on every Tuesday at 8 a.m. All right, DM or, hit us up if you want to be a guest, or if you want to do a commercial during our show, you can also hit me up. All right. So before we go, things I want to stress. Number 1, start a business, right? If you've been thinking about starting a business for the last 6 months or the last 6 years, you need to get started. Marshawn kind of pointed that out. Like, that's his number 1 tip to new entrepreneurs is just get started, right? And make sure when you're getting started that you open up a separate business account, right? And start putting your team together. Start putting people together to help you with marketing, videos, how you're going to advertise, right? If you're doing a product where you're shipping, make sure you got everything you need as far as supplies. And also you can always use accounting help and finance help in order to make sure that you are spending the money correctly, you're keeping track of it. But also there's a lot of opportunities for new entrepreneurs to get financing. There's grants that are out there, business loans, different things of that nature. All right, so I want you guys to go out, generate that cash flow, make sure you secure the bag, and I'll see you guys next week with a new guest. All right? All right, I'll see you guys later.